It's Week 14 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see this team's sure-handed wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done. But I think these two teams today both find themselves at the end of the year in that mix.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Back to the ground after the penalty. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple.
Offside,
it's 2nd down.
Defense. Still first down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And just to pick up a 3 or 4, but with the penalty a moment ago, it leaves them with a good down. 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a 2nd-round pick back in April's draft.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week to...
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will dive into the end zone for the score. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The visitors' offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but teams starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. open man is Jennings. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. They'll look to throw again. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he will score. Has a touchdown. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run here with Evans. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Look wide. Get this one complete. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This one from 41 yards out. His kick is good. And the visitors get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. Going for it all. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Second and 10.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And a milestone grab. Not just a first down, but catch number 100 on the year. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. We are through one. 14-3 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Look him up on a second down and 8. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. He is in. Touchdown. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here's second and 3 to go. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing now from the gun. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. That'll be a first down. A gain of 10.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
They face second down and 7. Evans. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one complete right side.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup. And he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Mexico City.
Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Evans. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete.
That's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Quick throw here is complete. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Back to the air one more time. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this will remain a 3-score game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's taken in by Jennings. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll throw out of the gun. Open man is Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we're off to Orlando. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on second down. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
Number 84, a 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
He'll run with Evans. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Good blocking, and he's in for the touchdown.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The extra point is good. And the visitors are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. A gain there of 11. That's enough for a 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
He's got his big tight end for the score. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the 2nd half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a give on the ground. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now a run on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's taken down at the
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 1st down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down. They send him right out of the slot. They run on the jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and long.
12 yards to go.
Now a give up the middle. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Not the worst play call there. I actually like 3rd down screen game, especially when you're anticipating some pressure, an over-aggressive defense who's selling out to get to the quarterback. In this case, not a lot of room to operate. They don't convert. Brings up 4th down.
He's going to take a shot down the field to the goal line and in. Has a touchdown. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least They're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for two. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Moving the tight end right. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Tight end on the move left. Handoff here, up the middle, and you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
That's the game of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Open man, left side, he's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Slot man in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's complete. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still second down.
From a little further back, here's second and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.